Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and thank you for joining us on this live Israel Emergency Update Briefing. I'm Penny Rosen, Secretary of the Jewish National Fund USA National Board of Directors. But today I am speaking as the proud founder and chair of the JNF USA Fire and Rescue Task Force. Jewish National Fund USA has strengthened Israel's emergency response capabilities for over 2 decades. We do this by funding essential equipment, infrastructure, and training for Israel's firefighters, our unsung heroes who risk their lives daily to protect civilians, property, and land from both natural and man-made threats, with our task force members from all across the nation helping. In the face of the current crisis, Jewish National Fund USA is proud to stand with Israel's first responders. Thanks to our generous donors, we've helped establish numerous fire stations across the country. We've equipped these stations with the vital tools needed, from fire trucks, ATVs, and protective gear. This infrastructure is not theoretical. It's what's being used right now in real time to save lives. On today's emergency meeting, we will receive a situation update from representatives from Israel's Fire and Rescue Authority. There is also a Jewish National Fund USA mission on the ground right now, and the participants will offer their perspective and how they are doing their part. Lastly, our Chief Operating Officer, Tali Tzor, will add context on our overall operations in this effort, and the students from Alexander Musk High School in Israel will share how they too are helping Israel's heroes in this time of need. First up, it is my privilege to introduce Itzhak Oz. Commander Oz leads the South District of Israel's Fire and Rescue Authority, a region that spans from the Judean Desert to the Lachish region, through the Negev, and all the way down to Eilat and the borders with Gaza and Egypt. Since October 7th, his team has faced near constant emergencies, many while under rocket fire. He has tragically lost some of his firefighters in the line of duty on October 7th, and yet he continues to lead with courage, clarity, and strength. Following, we are honored to hear from Tanir Peretz, a key figure behind the scenes. Tanir is the head of the budget division for the Coastal District and also serves as the acting head of logistics for her region. She joined the Fire and Rescue Authority in 2015 after a decade managing municipal finances. With a bachelor's degree in business administration and a master's in finance, Tanir ensures that every shekel is put to effective strategic use. She balances her demanding role with deep personal commitment to Israel's safety and future. Thank you. And now let us hear from Commander Oz.
Hi, everyone. First of all, I would like to say that it's my honor to be a part of JNF USA family, JNF Israel family, and I'm proud to say all my friends that I'm one of the part. Like you say, we are since yesterday in Jerusalem dealing with the fire, and half an hour ago, the commissioner, the meeting that we have in commissioner, we control the fire. So I can say now that we are control the fire, and I would like to say what happened over here in the last 30 hours in Israel. So we know that the fire started yesterday around 10 o'clock in the morning until now. More than 5,000 acres are burned over here in Jerusalem. Since Latrun, the part that I was in charge on it when the fire starts, through Jerusalem, 5,000 acres. The commissioner, when the fire started, he said that all the firefighters are going to be in the fire. So everyone leave this station in Israel from Eilat and from Kiryat Shmona and all around Israel. More than 150 fire trucks dealing this fire, one of the huge fire in Israel, and more than 400 firefighters, and all the other been in this fire. We've evacuated around 5 villages because the fire was on the fence of the village. But I can say over here I can say that none of the civilians are hurt, and all the damage was a forest over here in Israel. But something very, very interesting when I deal with the fire. I would like to say that maybe more than 25, 35 percent of the fire truck, I see the statue of JNF. So I was proud. And this is the time that I would like to say thank you for each one of you, Penny, and all the other Russell, Tali, Deb. I don't want to miss someone, but really, really thank you about all of you, what you're doing for Israel. And it's helped us a lot. It's helped us a lot. All the donated over the fire truck that we have over here in Israel, and we have since 2025, you donated us 3 fire trucks. So this is the time to say thank you for all of you. And this is what happened now in Israel. And I hope that the weather over here is going to change and we succeed to deal with all the other fire that we have now in Israel. And unfortunately, I'm still in Jerusalem. So if you like to ask me something, this is the time. And if not, I have to go back to the fire. Someone want to ask you something?
Yes,
Penny?
there are some questions here. Are there more fires up north?
And now there is no fire in the north. Now all the fire, most of the fire now in Jerusalem.
Okay. I'm going on to the chat and see with the questions.
I'm sorry, Penny. I'm without glasses, so I cannot see nothing over here.
Yeah, and I'm having trouble finding the questions amid people reading each
The
other
next
online.
question is what caused the fires, Itzik?
We don't know now if it's gonna be, if it was Arsenal or someone else. We really don't know. We just deal with the fire. We control the fire just now, so now we're going to investigate it to see what's start the fire. We still
Okay.
don't
Have the
know.
planes arrived to help from other countries?
Yes, there is a couple of countries that send their planes, Croatia and Britain, and I think Italy. I'm not sure about Italy, but I know that 3 countries, maybe 4, want to send a plane to help us over here. Now the plane are starting in Athens, and now we're going to see if we really want to need them over here in Israel, because the weather is going to change now. It's going to be much cooler and not the same wind like it was yesterday and the day before yesterday.
Now, someone posted that they just read that 18 arsonists have been arrested. Is that correct?
I really don't know. I'm working almost 30 hours, so I really don't read newspaper or something like this, but I know that how you say Shabak, Tali, they help us with the police to how you say Shabak in English?
Shabak,
Like the FBI?
Shin Bet.
Oh,
Shin Bet.
Shabak, the
Yeah.
Shin
Shabak.
Bet. Yes, the security
like
service.
or the security service and the police. I know that now they're going to deal with this, but I don't know about if they arrested something or not.
The last question that I see is, how is Neve Shalom Wahat Salam?
What about Neve Shalom?
The community,
How
people
is
are
it?
asking about the community, Neve Shalom, if it was damaged.
No, none of the civilian was hurt in this fire. We evacuated a lost maybe 5 villages, but none of them was hurt. And yesterday I must say one of the story. Road number 1 is the road from Tel Aviv to Jerusalem. I'm sure that everybody that visit Israel been this road. Yesterday, when the fire start up after maybe 2 or 3 hours, we have a picture of this I can send. People was stuck in the middle of the road when the fire was above them. And what helped these people that the airplane was drill all the water and the farm on the people and on the cars. So maybe 1 or 2 minutes, and a lot of people was died yesterday.
Wow.
So we succeeded with this also.
Do we have time for more questions?
Yes, Penny,
Okay.
for you, I have all the time.
Well, I think the whole world needs to hear what you're saying. The other question here is the percentage contained is what, and how is the investigation going, which you pretty much answered already. Am I correct in that?
Yes, yes.
And Tali, I don't see any more, do you?
רגע.
Oh, a fire dome used. Is the, well, just says fire dome used.
Yesterday, we didn't use the fire dome. Yesterday, it was the weather was we not be able to send drones or even airplane couple of the time because the wind was very, very high. It was something around 80 kilometer per hour. So we could not use no drones and even airplane. And the smoke was really, really very, very bad. So you cannot, none of the helicopters or the air tractor that we have over here cannot be been in the skies because everything was with the smoke, and there is a lot of cable of the electricity, so it was very, very dangerous.
Wow. Someone would like to know if we're recruiting volunteers from the United States.
I'm sorry, Penny, I cannot hear you.
Someone would like to know whether you're recruiting volunteers from the United States.
Yes, we are doing this. There is a program that's called the EVP that I know there are volunteers, firefighter from the States to Israel. I think maybe Tali, we are familiar with this kind of volunteer people, but yes, we're doing this.
And another question I think is one that I'll answer, frankly. How can we help the evacuees? We can send money to the emergency fund. It is needed right now. It's essential right now. Tali, is there
And-
anything else that we should?
No, that I see. No, that I, how do, the last question that I would ask, how do you prepare for the summer season in terms of the fire? What do you do?
We are preparing, we are doing our best. Now Israel is still in war, something that everybody have to know. And we have also in the firefighters, we have young firefighters. So couple of them, we have almost 80 firefighters that now they are in the reserve in the army. So we are short of firefighters. We all the time short with the fire trucks. And I hope, and I'm sure that every firefighters, everyone that work in the fire department doing their best to succeed to pass this summer. But it's everything is upstairs. You're gonna say if you're going to succeed, yes or not.
Thank you so much, Itzik.
Thank you.
You go back,
And-
stay
and-
safe, and thank on behalf of all of us, thank your friends and colleagues for what they've been doing in the last 24 hours.
Yes, you're very
Okay.
special. Thank you.
Thank you. And really, I want to say also, thank you. You're doing a lot for Israel, and it's warm really my heart. to hear, to meet you, even now in the Zoom meeting. And I would like to say from the commissioner and from me and from all the others, thank you what you are doing for Israel, what you are doing to the fire department. Thank you again.
Bye.
I assume we are about to hear, now that we've heard this wonderful presentation, where is Tanir?
Hi, Penny, I'm here.
Hi, beautiful lady.
Hi.
And are you ready to speak with us?
Yes, of course. There's any questions? I think Itzik said all.
Is there anything from your perspective that hasn't been talked about yet?
I don't think so. Like Itzik, I want to say thank you. Really, thank you for your support. You're like a family to us. Thank you for all that you're doing for Israel, and we hope to see you here soon.
Are there questions for Tanir? Let's see, go back to the list. Okay, someone would like to know if you could explain how the fire dome works. Yeah. We should have asked Commander Oz that, but can you speak about that?
What is the questions?
How does the fire dome work?
How it works? Usually, I think maybe Yael can tell you how it works. Yael?
Which Yael?
Yael, or maybe Tali.
I'm not sure I understand the question, to tell you the
So-
truth. Yeah, Ellie, do you understand the question? And
Yeah, so I think what you guys are speaking about
Okay.
are two different things. We have the Iron Dome, correct?
Exactly.
That has nothing to do with the fires
Right.
here in Israel. They've been working tirelessly for the past 24 plus hours already. Tanir hasn't also slept in 30 hours. So I think that it's the planes, it's the trucks, it's the people on the ground, and the volunteers, of course.
Thank
Was
you
the
so
fire
much. Penny,
technology used at all?
Penny, can I ask that you introduce now Steve? And we'll
Yes.
thank Tanir for being with us and stay safe. And we're so grateful to you and your friendship. And for those of us who are in Dallas who got to meet you, we adore you and thank you so much for all that you do.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you,
Toda
Sarah.
Okay.
Bye. Bye-bye.
I thank you both for incredibly moving presentation. And JNF, all our hearts are with you as always. Now it's my
Thank-
pleasure to introduce someone who has stood with our land and people of Israel through thick and thin. I'm talking about the president of Eastern Pennsylvania Board of Directors, Steve DeBrow, together with his incredible wife, Lori. They have been major supporters of the Israel firefighters, and they have ensured that these firefighters have the tools they need to face the crises that we are seeing, like the ones we have today. They are currently in Israel with a group of JNF leaders from Philadelphia, and they have been witness to the fires and seen close up the bravery of our fire and rescue supporters. Steve, Lori, would you like to speak?
Can you guys hear us now?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, thank you for having us on. As you said, you mentioned we were our JNF Philadelphia crew is here in Jerusalem. And yeah, what can we say? I mean, we were in Jerusalem yesterday and we had heard about the fires, and the one thing that we knew right away it was going to be a challenge. The winds were unbelievable here. So we were out on the street, and it was, as you know, it was talked about previously, they were really whipping. So you knew they were going to have, the fire department was going to have their challenges with that fire. And so thankfully they did an amazing job. Obviously, as you see, we have supported that. Goes back to my father, by the way, who was big on the fire and making sure that Israel was being supported in that way as much as possible. And we're glad that they were able to, the responders and everybody was able to put those fires out. I know we had a couple people trying to get into Jerusalem for our mission that were flying in from other areas, and they could not even get in to Jerusalem last night. It was basically shut down. They had to come back and meet with us this morning, which they were able to do. So that was great that they were able to get here and take care of that. So I don't know how much more color I can give you from there. I just, once again, our hearts, same thing, go out. We're so proud to be involved with everyone there. And I know my pops would be looking down right now and being really proud that he was a part of funding and being a part of the whole fire department and making sure that they have the equipment that they needed to take care of situations like this.
Thank you so much.
That's
Tali,
it.
can I throw it to you now, please?
Yes, thank you. Thank you, Stephen. Your dad was the best and you are the best. And we thank you for coming and supporting and being with us. And it's great seeing you here with us. And enjoy the time in Israel. Enjoy the time on the ground.
No, thank you. It's appreciated. Thank you, Tali.
Thank you. Okay, so hi everyone. I'm Tali Tzur, the Chief Israel Officer of Jewish National Fund USA here in Israel. Yesterday, I'm zooming out for a second just to give us proportion and to understand, what happened over here and on what days and, the perspective from an Israeli point of view. Yesterday, we marked Israel's Memorial Day, Yom HaZikaron, and today is our Yom HaAtzmaut, Israel's Independence Day, a complex and a difficult time for the entire country. As an Israeli, I can say that these are the most meaningful days of the year for me. This year's Memorial Day, a year and a half since October 7, was the most painful of all. The wounds are still open. We are still in the midst of a war. 59 people are still being held hostage in Gaza, and we continue to fight for our right to live normal, peaceful, and safe lives in our country. Yesterday, by midday, fires began to break out in various locations in central Israel between Jerusalem and Tel Aviv. Within hours, the fires blocked the main highway to Jerusalem, Highway 1, and train services were halted. Communities were evacuated and thousands of firefighters were deployed to battle the flames. The fire commissioner declared a day of battle, Yom Krav, which means a general mobilization of the entire firefighting system. The main traditional opening ceremony of the Independence Day on Mount Herzl was canceled, as were all municipal Independence Day events across the country due to the lack of available firefighters to secure them. Instead of the sounds of celebrations, there was a deafening silence. And for us, as JNF's representatives on the ground, we have the privilege and the honor to represent both the organization and all of you, those who know how to turn challenges into solutions. JNF USA chose not only to donate, but to become strategic partners with all of our local affiliates, including Fire and Rescue. For nearly 3 decades, we have been involved in fire and rescue, just as we are involved with all of our other partners. You have to understand, our army operates on the front lines, and they're very busy. And fire and rescue services operate within our homes, within the home front. And on the home front, they face many challenges. As Itzik said, limited budget, personnel shortages, arson attacks by terrorists, and more. The concept of volunteer firefighters, as it is known in the US, did not exist in Israel. It was Jewish National Fund that introduced and strengthened the idea of volunteers within the Israeli fire and rescue services. Together with them, we are involved in protecting our homes, protecting of our homes, neighborhoods, families, and children. Together, we have built fire stations across Israel, provided hundreds of fire trucks, fire wagons and razors, firefighting equipment, emergency and rescue centers, and we are now on the path of building another 15 emergency and response centers in the south and in the north, together with the fire and rescue. For many years, and especially since the Carmel fire disaster in 2010, we have helped and strengthened the security and resilience of hundreds of thousands and even millions of Israelis. This is our circle of impact. Our support through and with fire and rescue touched millions of lives. The people, the volunteers, the equipment that they rely on were all supported by Jewish National Fund USA. And during what was supposed to be our Independence Day holiday, JNF's small and efficient team in Israel once again stepped up with love and commitment. Each one of us quietly and professionally did our part. Some volunteered to assist the firefighters. Yael worked non-stop to take and send photos and videos from the fields. We gladly welcomed the mission from Philadelphia, gathered data from the field, and once again, with you, we said, Hinenu. Here we are. What more can we do for our home? How else can we help? And this support is also thanks to your involvement and partnership. My friends, the needs are only growing. Now it is the time to support more fire trucks, more equipment, more emergency and response centers. We need you to be with us. This is our home. This is our country. This is our mutual responsibility. And your support for Israel and Jewish National Fund is critical and vital. Thank you. And now I would like to introduce Steve Katnow, head of our Mas High School in Israel, with 4 students who are currently in Israel at the campus and who experienced yesterday's and the few last days events. We have Loren Paz, 17-year-old from Tennessee, Yoni Dadon, 16 years old from Palo Alto, Ilan Shine, 17 years old from St. Louis Park in Minnesota, and Lily Lapidos, 16 years old from Nashville. Welcome, our future. You are here with us in Hod Sharon, and we would love to hear from you too. Thank you.
Thank you, Tali. And I just want to say on behalf of everyone at Alexander Muss, how grateful we are for JNF as well. We are always planning for the expected and the unexpected. And yesterday, the last 2 days with Yom HaZikaron, the students participated in the ceremony at Latrun. So they were just there the day before the fires. And yesterday, the day that was planned had to be rearranged. But I want you to hear from them about their experience of the last 48 hours and how they understand the situation here in Israel. So any one of you.
So I'm Yoni. I'm from Palo Alto, California. And as you guys know, there's a lot of fires in California pretty much yearly. So I know what it's like. And being here in Israel this year made me realize how well everyone mobilized and how quick they served to help the fires. And it really shocked me also how well the school rearranged all their plans, because we had a lot of great stuff lined up, a lot of meaningful stuff, and a lot of it got canceled. And they had a really, really good event that they made up on the spot pretty much, and it meant a lot. And being in Latrun pretty much 24 hours before the fire is crazy to me, because I can just envision it now, and the ceremony was so meaningful. So
my name is Elon. I'm from Minnesota. I think to kind of add on to Yoni's point, Yom HaZikaron was very meaningful for me because I had observed it in the past at home, but being in Israel was such a different meaning, and being with Mosenson, which is the Israeli school we share a campus with, and being part of their ceremony, I think understanding, seeing how personal these stories affect them was a really thing that made me understand the importance of this day. And then to have this thing happen towards the end of Yom HaZikaron when Yom HaAtzmaut was beginning and canceling our plans, I think it showed me how strong Israel is as a community and how strong the Jewish people are, because even in a time where we're in this natural emergency and this emergency of something we have to deal with, we still choose to both remember what happened and honor those people who have fallen and show and stand together with those mourning, and then also celebrate the country that we have and that we're able to celebrate together and be proud country and be proud Israelis.
Hi, I'm Lily Lapidus. I'm from Nashville, Tennessee. And in Nashville, I've never really observed Yom HaZikaron. And being in Israel, having a siren and having the entire country go silent and take a step back to remember might have been one of the most powerful moments while being here in Israel. And the event at Latroon, especially 24 hours before the fire, was just all the teens coming together. It was genuinely just so powerful, and I was really excited to be a part of it.
I'm Lauren. I'm from Memphis, Tennessee, and it's just been a very busy 48 hours for us here in Israel. And as somebody who has an Israeli parent, I always heard about Yom HaZikaron and Yom Ha'atzmaut growing up, but actually being here in person and being able to experience, we went to Latroon for the ceremony, and it was just such a beautiful moment and a really powerful experience for us all. And then transitioning into Israeli Independence Day with the fires that are going on, it was definitely a lot of mixed emotions, and we didn't really know what was going on, but it was really amazing for us as students how quickly the team was able to kind of pick up and turn it into a positive experience, while everybody had to go tend to, everything going on in Jerusalem. And I'm just very proud to say that I was here to experience it.
I just want to sum up what they just said, because I think it's essential that all the members of JNF hear what I hear, which is they are learning how close we are as a family. That what Tali's described as mobilizing for what's the home front when there are fires, it isn't just, the fire department, it's the entire country that mobilizes. When we had to mobilize as a school, we call our colleagues at JNF, we call our friends. What they were alluding to earlier was without any preparation. In other words, we had planned to have an event off campus for all 200 students yesterday for Yom Ha'atzmaut, and we had to recalibrate. We made a couple of phone calls. We had a DJ and we had entertainment on campus. We brought the party here. We are all family. Mas, JNF, Israel, all biyachad, kol biyachad.
Deb, would you please
Yep.
close? Thank you so
Yeah.
much.
Thank you. Thank you, everybody, actually. I'm Deb Lazaluta, president of Jewish National Fund USA. And first, I want to thank you to our fabulous students at Alexander Muss High School in Israel, Yoni, Lauren, Ilan, and Lily. It was wonderful to hear from you. Thank you for all you have done and continue to do. You are truly an inspiration, and it makes it clear that our future is bright. When I woke up yesterday to see what was happening in Israel, it was clear to me that JNF was already on the ground mobilizing. We were there to help our students, as you just heard, shift gears. And we were there to support our firefighters with whom we have had a relationship for over 2 decades. Just as our support for communities in the Galilee and the OTEF and throughout the South dates back to before Israel became a state 77 years ago. And we knew they were prepared. We knew that the equipment that we have provided over the years, which includes, as you heard from Penny Rosen, trucks, emergency response vehicles, fire stations, personal protective gear, life-saving technology, emergency response centers, and more, all of that gear was ready and already in use. Our support, your support, is on the front lines. Your financial support makes a difference. It makes an impact. It has provided the tools necessary to fight the fires that occurred last week and those that have once again started burning as we speak. And as we heard, fortunately, thank goodness, under control. And your support will ensure that the work can continue in the future. We have always been an organization that doesn't just react, but that acts so we are prepared. We are strategic. We are not reactive. It's kind of our special sauce. And as Tali Tzur said, the circle of impact runs far and wide. Yes, the support is direct, but the security that this provides to the people, security that is needed to get people back to their homes, be it those that were evacuated as a result of the fires that we just are hearing about, or those that were evacuated as a result of October 7th and beyond, It is that security that ensure a future for all of those who call Israel home. And yes, you heard Commander Oz tell us that the fire is under control, but as I said, and cannot stress enough, we must continue to be prepared for now and for the future. On this Yom HaAtzmaut, we are reminded of all we have done to help Israel become a great state and are reminded of the work that lies ahead so it remains so. Tomorrow, in honor of Yom HaAtzmaut, more than 1,000 people in the US, Canada, and Israel will host a JNF USA Shabbat for Israel, bringing the light of Israel to our Shabbat tables so that thousands can see that light. And to continue to see how that light is being spread and JNF USA Circle of Impact are growing every day, I hope you'll join us for our Global Conference for Israel taking place in Hollywood, Florida, October 23rd and 26th through 26th. More than 1,500 have already registered, and we hope you will join us as well. And again, thank you for being here. Thank you for your support. I know that you've seen the link on how you can donate to help our firefighters today has been in the chat, and I'm sure you'll receive that link again soon. And thank you.